Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to make an APA citation in your reference list, specifically for an online scholarly journal article. So let's come down here and start our reference list. We're always going to title it References, and make sure you are using Times New Roman font and that the size is set to 12. So let's start by looking at the template we're going to follow as we create our citation. As you can see, the first part of our citation is the authors, and we're going to list them with their last name first, then their first initial, and then their middle initial. And we're going to list them in the same order that we find on our article. So let's just pull up a random article. I like this one because it's fairly easy to find each part of the citation that we need. Some journal articles you're going to need to hunt a little bit more. This one is just clear and easy for demonstration. So like we just decided, the first part of our citation is the authors. And we're going to come down and find the authors. So as you can see, our authors are right here. We have Most, Weasel, and Blitzer. So let's come back to our reference list and put down our authors. Let's consult our template to make sure we're doing it right. We need to list them by last name first, and then their first initial and middle initial. So in this article, they don't actually give the middle initial, so we're just going to do the last name and then the first initial. So we have Most T, Weasel A, and Blitzer T. And make sure your list of authors is ended with a period, and there should be a period and a comma after each author name. Whenever there are two or more authors listed, you're going to separate the last two with an ampersand. Alright, so back to our template. Our next task is to find the year that the article was published. So let's head back to our journal article, and we can find that the date is listed right up here, 2007. So we're going to take that and come back to our reference list. So now we're going to put our year in parentheses right after the list of authors. And after we close that last parentheses, we're going to put a period. And now back to our template, we can see that the next thing we need to do is find the title of the article. This is one of the easier things to find. It should be very large and glaringly obvious on your article. So in this case, Identity and Attitudes Towards Cochlear Implant Among Deaf and Hard of Hearing Adolescents is our title. And right after the date, we're going to put our title. So let's go ahead and type that in. And again, we're going to end it with a period. Now, according to our template, we need to find the title of the journal that the article was published in. So if we come back to our article, we can see that at the top of the paper, we have Deafness and Education International. That is going to be the title of the journal. So let's come back to our template. As we can see, the title of the journal is in italics. So we're going to put Deafness and Education International, or the title of the journal. We're going to put that in italics. And now our template tells us to find the volume of the journal that the article is published in. So let's come back to our article, and right underneath the name of the journal, we should see volume 9. So let's go back to our reference list and put that right after the title of the journal. And again, we're going to keep the volume in italics. So volume 9. And now our template wants us to find the issue. So back to our article, right here we can see that it says issue 2. So we're going to take that, come back to our reference list. So we're going to put the issue number in parentheses. So in this case, that's 2. Let's write that. And then a comma after that. And now we are not using italics anymore. So starting at that parentheses, we are no longer using italics. And now our template wants us to find the page numbers. So we can see here in our article, right underneath the author's names in this case, we have pages 68 to 82. So that's what we're going to take back to our reference list right after the volume and issue. So let's type that in, 68 to 82, and then another comma. And our final piece of the puzzle is the DOI, or Digital Object Identifier. So let's come down to our reference list. We're going to write DOI in all capital letters and then a colon. And now we're going to come back to our article, where you should either see a link or a string of numbers that is labeled DOI. So in this case, we have a link, and I'm just going to copy this last string of numbers, starting at the 1. So if I copy that, we can come back to our reference list and then just simply paste it in after the colon. So now our citation is complete, at least regarding content. The last thing we want to do is make sure that all of the lines in your citation after the first one have a 1/2 inch indentation. So we can do this by putting our cursor at the beginning of the second line and then pressing enter, and simply drag the triangle, or if you hover over it, it should say left indent. We're going to drag that to our right 1/2 inch. So if you did it right, you should see that the second 2 lines of our citation are indented 1/2 inch. So that is our final citation. So hopefully this helps you be able to locate the components of and create your own citations. Remember that this citation is specifically for online scholarly journal articles. If you used a different kind of source, the citation isn't going to look exactly like this. So that's about it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.